in this one. What do you point to in terms of the consistency that your team was able to come out with and sustain tonight?
Well, it's the way you have to win on the road. I mean, we found we found a good level, and we played hard for 60 minutes. We managed the puck pretty well. We got in a little bit of trouble in the second period. With pucks coming out of our offensive zone that came back at us with speed and some outnumbered situations. Other than that, we fixed that a little bit in the third and had a great third period. Specialty teams were good, goaltending was good, and that's how you win on the road.
Just the pregame message, anybody that sends out Vancouver's number 2 power play is in big trouble? You guys stayed out of the penalty box.
What's that?
You guys stayed out of the penalty box. Was that part of the plan?
Okay, now I got your question. No, what we actually talked about is we've been taking too many penalties. If you look over our last half dozen games, we're at the top of the league in terms of number of power plays that we've been giving up. We're averaging over 4 a game, so that's something that we addressed this morning. We wanted to clean up. You're always going to get 1 or 2. There's always a call or 2 that you don't like. There's always a hard penalty somewhere along the way, but we were giving up free ones, and we didn't do that tonight. In fact, I thought we could have had a clean slate throughout the game tonight. The calls that were made, but I thought we could have had a clean slate in that regard.
What do you think about the work of your defensemen tonight overall?
Well, they're a challenging team to play against, and we had some gap issues. We weren't uptight on some plays, and especially in the first 2 periods. And that'll happen to you as a defenseman. When plays come at you off of turnovers, it makes it tough to build a good gap. And we had some tough gaps in the first couple of periods, but like I said, we solved that in the third period. We didn't have the turnovers. We didn't give up much, if anything, off the rush. I think maybe Beauvillier had one actually just before we went ahead, and Gruby made a great save on that with him on kind of a broken play coming down the middle. But other than that, we didn't give up much off the rush.
What did you think of Matty's overall game today?
He played hard. He's been playing hard. Obviously, the offensive side is starting to come. We're starting to see it on the power play. We're starting to see it 5-on-5, and there's still another notch or 2 there, but he's looking more and more comfortable, and he's always worked hard. So now it's part of it is the confidence that you build as you have a little bit of success, and hopefully that'll continue coming in his game.
Okay. Thanks, Dave.
You seem to be about the only one with a good vantage point on that goal. Can you kind of explain what you saw?
It hit my shaft. I didn't think it was high stick. I'm not a big guy. I couldn't have got it up too high. So I think they got the right call. So it's sometimes it's nice to get some bounces. I think for us it was nice that we closed out a game in the third and took over one.
Is there a sense of relief that has been something that's plagued you guys lately?
Yeah. I think we've more than not we've found ways to lose games in third periods and rather than find a win. So it's nice to find a way to win here against a really good team who's obviously been pretty good at home. So hopefully this kick starts us in the right direction.
Is it good to see Matty get a couple goals here recently too after his rough start to the year?
Yeah, it's not just him. I haven't scored in a while, and our line in general hasn't really produced much. And early in the year, it seems like they're really only, with the exception of Schwartzy, Canner, and Borky, we've really struggled. So you see Gourde get one, and that's kind of the team mentality that we have here. Is we win by committee. Everyone chips in, and that's why this group is a special group because we have 4 lines that can roll and 4 lines that can compete with any line. So we win by committee, and it's good to see some guys getting going a little bit.
You created that play too, winning the puck off the forecheck. Is that the sort of goals you guys kind of need to get back to finding a little bit more, creating the forecheck opportunities and getting them that way?
Yeah, we call those quick strikes. Those are important parts of our game. For sure. I think, I'd like to think we've created a lot of opportunities, and soon, these pucks start going in, it feels good, but you have to remember how you got there. And as far as our team effort tonight, I just like the way that we closed it out in the third period there and found a way to win rather than find a way to lose.
Knowing how good Vancouver's power play has been, how important was it for you guys to stay disciplined tonight?
Yeah, that's always the key. We talked about that before. We've been a little too undisciplined as of late. I think we've taken 4 or 5 or 4 last couple games. So you try to stay out of the box, especially against a team like this. It seems like Obviously with them, we've played Edmonton. They have a deadly power play. We've seemed to put ourselves in tough situations. So we talked about that, and they did a good job.
You mentioned Yanni. He creates the play in the defensive end to get that puck out with that diving play and then gets rewarded with the goal on the other end. The effort, you know what a kind of player he is on the effort front, but to have it pay off for him like that, it's got to feel good for you guys.
Yeah, generally you do the right things on the defensive side, you create offense. I think that's kind of how the game works. So, we like to think there's hockey gods up there, and you're doing the right things, they'll reward you.
Can a night like tonight, not just the result, but the way you got it, help feel like you're building a little traction here?
Yeah, and I mentioned this out there, but we've more than not, we've found ways to lose games. We've been in almost every game with the exception of a few where we haven't played well. But we've just found ways to lose, and this group we have a lot of character in here, a lot of guys who care. You look at how many shot blocks did we have tonight, guys paying the toll. Those are the little things that maybe go unnoticed. That's how you see a special group. So hopefully we just continue to build that. Yep.
Thanks, we'll have Yanni here in just a minute.
Yanni, what can a win like this do for the group's confidence with where you guys are at right now? We're getting contributions all throughout the lineup.
It's huge. Every win at this point is important, but it's good for the confidence. It's good for everybody. Everyone has been chipping in lately, and playing better as a group, as individual, and I think we just got to keep pushing and growing.
Compare the group's kind of mindset and the discipline in a game like this versus some of the other ones you guys have played?
Yeah, I think obviously we stayed out of the box much better tonight, so that definitely helps our team getting more four-line involved and getting into the rhythm of the game, and obviously is keeping the top unit off the ice on the other side.
Yanni, can you kind of walk us through that shift of yours? You had the diving play in the defensive end and ended up scoring on the other, just to have that kind of pay off for you in that kind of way?
I don't remember the diving play, honestly. I just remember. Tolvi made a great seam pass across, and Will was able to find me on the back post. I barely touched the puck, but it was good enough to score, and I think it was great for our team at that point.
You guys talk about playing as a five-man unit. How about your defensemen tonight, and how did they help you guys drive this one?
Every night they've been they're great, and it really helps when they play fast in a transition and we get open on transition. I just feel like we look so much faster as a group when we do that, and I think tonight is a good example of playing fast.
What does it mean to see Matty Beniers score for the second straight game?
Yeah, it's huge. He's been playing great hockey lately on both sides of the ice, and it's huge to see him score another goal tonight.
A busy week for you guys, lots of travel. So what does it say about the group to pull this out in the third period tonight?
It's huge. We played well in the third. We unfortunately, we don't want to make it as tight in the third as it was the last few seconds. But we're learning as a group. We're getting better. We're more disciplined, like I talked about, and I think we're growing as a group.
You guys have talked so much about needing to find that consistency through the whole game. Is there anything that you can point to that makes you feel like you were able to find that through this one?
I don't know. I think it's just every line was chipping in and staying out of the box was really huge for us. I think that's one way to get everybody involved, get everybody's legs going and looking fast. Thank you guys.
Thank you.